Gibraltar today was live from the Europa Pool this lunchtime. You can get a sense for just how popular a place this is in the summer. We spoke to regular users about how accessible the pool is, how they'd like to see the space around it better used and perhaps incorporating a toddler's pool. They think that would help. And also how disappointed everybody was by the recent acts of vandalism. The pool is managed by the Sports and Leisure Authority, who have today taken steps to improve security.
After the first incident, we actually started looking at CCTV as a permanent thing and something to tackle after the summer months. It's the first time we've suffered this in 6 years, so we thought it was a one-off incident. Irrespective of that, we were looking at permanent CCTV, but it's not something that can be done overnight. There's a lot of things to consider, lead times for hardware, internet provision to the area, that sort of thing, yeah? So we were looking at it when this happened on Monday, we tried and speed that up, and coincidentally, and I think it's being delivered as we speak, and we haven't done it on purpose because GBC are here, this is something we're working on. We've managed to source a local company who do remote CCTV for events, and they've had one in Gibraltar, coincidentally. So it's being delivered as we speak. It'll be operational as from today. So at least for the rest of the summer, we know we're sorted. That CCTV operation comes with monitoring whilst it's on. And the offer came with perimeter security as well during the night. So hopefully that should act as a deterrent. And if it doesn't, we should be able to catch those who will persist in doing this. Just to allay any fears the general public might have, GSLA is GDPR compliant anyway at all our facilities, so there is a process for dealing with CCTV. It's just as important here, but it's less acute here because the cameras will only be turned on when the general public leaves and staff are just closing up for the night, and they will only be turned on in the mornings when staff are already on site and the use of CCTV is negated because you actually got a physical presence on site.
So you don't need it during the day,
you don't really need it during the day, and they'll actually be turned off. It's not that nobody will be recording, they'll actually be turned. So there is no need to worry about somebody watching children playing in the water in bathing or people walking around in bathing costumes. The cameras will actually be turned off during public swim times.
The pool is very well equipped for disabled people because there's a ramp for those that need to hold on to something, and there's also a lifting chair. Mm-hmm. So that is brilliant, because in the beaches, although they do have disability, it's not the same to have a chairlift next to a pool and you go into the water as to have to go up to the shoreline. So it's very well equipped for the disabled.
So it's easier to get in than at the beach, huh?
I would imagine. Everybody that's disabled that comes here says that they might go to the beach, but they would never go into the water because they don't have the strength in them to go up that step that sometimes forms at the shoreline. Mm-hmm. There is a lot of space at the back of where we all sit in the center, or on the sides. There's lots and lots of coconut shades, but there's a very big area at the back. And if they were to build a toddler's pool there, it would work. It would work well as much as for the parents and the children as for the running of the pool. And I'll tell you why. And this is something that only cropped up because this week we've had the pool closed several times.
Because of vandalism, but also because of accidents?
Yes. Now, if normally when the pools are closed down, it's because a child has vomited. And if you have a smaller pool that caters for the smaller ones and the parents will be there with them, sitting on a chair, maybe just looking at them floating on the wings, and they have an accident, it's not a major catastrophe because a toddler's pool would be emptied and filled up within a couple of hours, probably, when in 4 hours they can do this big one. And it leaves the big pool clean and safe for the rest of the people here. Gibraltar should look after this because it's a jewel. And that's why we're happy to have seen the security camera van come in and going to put up security cameras.
Keep it safe, protect the jewel.
I come all the time. In fact, I prefer it to the beach. It's a lot easier with the children. You don't have to take the sand home with you, which is a good thing. And in fact, there's several of us who are regulars that we even queue an hour before they open. So,
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I did not know about this.
Yeah, well, because there's limited tables by the pool where you can actually see the kids. Some of us actually come an hour early, and we've got our own little group. We have a little bit of a laugh, and then we come in, sit next to each other, and it's good fun.
We're blessed at least to be in this spot. The sun goes down quite late. It's a nice and relaxing place if you want to just play a bit of volleyball. We're actually kind of blessed with the pool in the sense that if we ask permission, we're allowed to go in for a quick swim after to like cool down and relax. But volleyball is a lovely place, and I'm just happy that we can at least play and experience here. It's a fun sport where you can just integrate yourself with other people, learn new techniques, pathfind, become just a better all-round person as well, because you see things, you use your brain just a bit more to make yourself better, to be honest.
What do you call it? The Nafi or Europa Pool?
Nafi Pool.
Nafi Pool. And when you mention Nafi to your friends, do they know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
And what do you like about it?
I just like how the pool is like nice, always the water is like warm, not like cold like the sea, like in Guadi or Little Bay.
This used to be, when it was MOD, they used to have a children's paddling pool. If the children soil, certain age downwards, they have to go on the smaller pool. If they soil that, it's easier to clean, and it doesn't affect the bigger pool for the rest of the people. So that would be nice if it could come back. Yes.
A paddling pool for toddlers.
Yes.
Something smaller that would be able to be cleaned more quickly
Yes.
than the large pool. It takes
Yes,
4.5, 5,
I know,
6 hours.
half the day or most of the day.
It may have been in the news for the wrong reasons in recent weeks, but Nafi is clearly a place that is enjoyed by many. And now it's also a little bit more secure.